Good morning, friends. I felt like I needed to touch base with you. I am here on vacation in Potholes up near Moses Lake. Let me flip this around. It's quite beautiful. It's been very, very smoky, as you can imagine. We're about 50 miles from the closest wildfire, the Cold Spring Canyon fire. And when we arrived on Monday, it was ominous. We weren't sure we should be here, but we were not able to leave. We weren't able to turn around and go home. We made it through the Sumner area on our drive over and made it just over Snoqualmie Pass. It was a beautiful day. It was very windy, and then it just seemed like the world changed. And the skies were almost blood red, and the haze and the wind, and it was ominous. It was scary, but we couldn't turn around and come home because all the gas stations up and down the highway were shutting down because of the fire danger, and we didn't have enough gas to return home. So we had no choice but to come on to our destination. And it's been okay. There was a gas station open. We were able to fuel up, and it's been okay. We were, for several days, the only people here. Is a little bit different than what we expected. You know, as we were planning our vacation this year, started planning a year ago, and we were supposed to be driving down to California and spending a couple weeks with family and visiting friends and being at Disneyland and a night or two on Catalina Island and just relaxing, driving up and down the scenic highway. And then it became evident to us that COVID-19 was interrupting that, and we had to cancel that, and that was okay. So we planned a long camping trip, something we'd always sort of thought would be cool, but it's hard to really take the time to do it. So then we set our hearts and minds and vision on what a long camping trip would be. And it hasn't really been what we thought. It wasn't what we planned it to be, but it's been okay. It's been a beautiful experience and has brought its own kind of beauty, and we've met and seen some of the best of people in difficult times. We get to enjoy the water. We get to have long, interesting conversations with each other. We get to enjoy the beauty of this earth. And we get to think. And I wanted to reach out because I know that this is really, it feels like there's a lot going on, and it feels like scary times with the pandemic and now wildfires, the wildfire season out of control. And I know in Olympia, the air quality is bad, and we've had threats. Even on Tuesday morning, we woke up to news that Ashley was trapped in our neighborhood because there was a brush fire at the entrance of our neighborhood, and all the power was out, and we were terrified for her well-being, and we felt helpless. Everything is fine. She is fine. Everything was taken care of. But that feeling of just helplessness and being overwhelmed, like, what is happening in the world? And on top of it, today is 9/11, which was another very ominous, scary day in the history of our lives. We have word that Mary, our beloved Mary, is very sick. She's in critical care in the hospital at St. Pete's. And so we are sending our love and our prayers out to her and the council the Church Leadership Council, along with Mindy, who's spending hours volunteering in the office to help get things organized and bills paid and checks deposited and making sure things are functioning and updates are going out to you all. There's a whole team of people working hard. I'm so grateful for the spirit of this congregation. And I wanted to take a minute from another day in potholes, another day of camping, to just recognize that this is a scary time. It is a weird time. Very few of us have had to live through any kind of situation like this. But, you know, there's a promise. There's a promise in our faith, tradition, in our canon, and in our ancient writings, the Bible. We hear the voice of God promising time and time again to just trust. And I keep coming back to that Psalm 46, and I would love for you, and my invitation to you is to read it today. Spend some time with Psalm 46. Read it again and again, and read it slowly, and as the words jump out at you or certain things catch your attention, stop and think on that word, meditate on those phrases, and reread them. Let them become a mantra for you. Be still and know that I am God. That's one of my very favorites. Be still and know that I am God. That's how the psalm really ends. But for me, that's the one that just keeps, as I read it, those are the words that just keep coming back. And as I go through each day, wondering what on earth is going on in this world, I keep hearing that phrase, be still and know that I am God. Be still. Though the earth may tremble, be still and know that I am God. Everything will be okay. God will be with us. God is with us. Is there work for us to do? Are there things we must do? Are there changes that need to be made? Is there justice to be fought for? Is there all of that? Yes, of course. But remember who you are. Remember who we really truly belong to. Remember who really truly holds all the power in the world and through the world. Be still and know that I am God. I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. That's the promise. And maybe you don't feel it right now, but remember, it doesn't take much. It just takes the faith of a mustard seed, the tiniest smidgen. Hang on to it. Trust and know that God is with us. And that even though the world may tremble and the mountains fall and rumble, the oceans and fires blaze, God is here. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. I will not be with you this Sunday, but I will be back the next Sunday. I'm grateful to Kate and Rachel and Mindy and the elders, all who are working so hard on putting worship together, keeping the congregation informed, taking care of business. And I ask for your prayers for our world in this time of crisis, for our state in this time of crisis. Remember the tireless efforts of our firefighters and first responders. Hold in your prayers those whose lives have been turned upside down by devastating loss. And hold near and dear those lives most precious to us who are suffering, who are hurting, who are looking for healing. Be still and know that I am God. My love to you all. Amen.